Hello, my Virgo risings. Rise, 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 Virgos. Virgos, you are absolutely leading the world. And now, when I say Virgos, I mean Virgo rising. I'm speaking just to the rising sign. If you do not know what your rising sign is, please book a reading with me and I will tell you what your rising sign is, because this is really truly for our risings, because this channel is Virgin Earth Astrology, and we are catering to our uprisings that want to make a better world and change up this shit show that we live in. And I can tell you, Virgo risings are the ones that are creating a new reality. And why is that? Because all of this energy over the last 3 years that COVID has hit has been in your house of creation. So it is about creating something new, a new world, a new life. So for yourself personally, you are moving from creation into the work. And Virgo rising, you love the work. You rule the 6th house. So for you, this is really harmonious, really synchronistic. It's a really great time for our Virgo risings. Virgos, there's justice. There is justice for you. I know that you have gone through some crazy ass shit over the last 2-3 years. So you know what? It's rising. You know what? Justice, but you don't have victory. And no more hermiting. That's your card, Virgo rising. So it's about getting out of the hermit mode. Even though there has been justice, you haven't had victory. And you know it, right? Like, you've got tons of creations happening. You've got tons of potential, but nothing seems to be playing out. Well, it's time to get out of the thought process, out of the creation. It's about bringing a message of action, money, and stop fighting. You know, I think for the Virgo risings, with the creation side, sometimes when you want to create something, it's like the seed popping through the soil. It's painful. It's like childbirth. It's painful. There is definitely a fight. But sometimes we forget to fight. Actually, you might hear a dog barking in the background pretty soon. It is a mama dog who had a baby, and she's barking all the time. It's almost like she's got to get that aggression out, because that is what change is about. So all the protesters, the convoy in Canada, we are in Canada, that is that tension that, okay, this is done. What we're creating is not working, so we have to put up a fight now. So right now for you, Virgo risings, my divine femmes, the ones that want to start an uprising, yeah, justice is yours. You know it. You know you're in the right. But you aren't seeing the victory. You got to get out of the house now. You got to get out of your head. You got to get out of that hermit mode. It's a self-protection. Virgos love to self-protect. Can't self-protect right now. You got to bring a message of stability, change. And this fighting, yeah, it's done. It's done. It's over for you. No more fights. You're not in your power right now. And that's okay not to be in your power. I think this is something a Virgo needs to learn as well, is we're not always in our power. And when we're not in our power, because Virgo is that last sign of personal development. So when we're not perfect, we tend to really create some ugly stuff. So right now, this week, you got to get out of this nostalgia. Like, you really do, Virgos. What was 3 years ago ain't anymore. It's just not. Our world does not look the same. Whether you have a personal infliction that happened to you, or whether it is just you are tapped into the collective, the world is not the same. It's not going to be the same. We're here to create something different. So it feels like everything you've been creating hasn't seen you a victory up until this point. Yeah. We got, you know, that you've been nostalgic, looking back instead of forward. But the moon is in reverse. And the moon in reverse here is, I read the moon a little different than most tarot readers. The moon is the feminine aspect. It is about reception. So here with the moon in reverse is you haven't actually received what you have created. So you are right in what you're creating, but you don't have victory because you haven't been able to receive it. And this Queen of Cups upside down is collaborating and confirming, not collaborating, confirming that and the Queen of Cups here too, that you're not in your feminine power to let this in. So stop the fight. Maybe this for our Virgo risings, because we have been the warriors in the last 3 years. We have been the ones, like, we were right to walk away from a situation. We were right to leave something that wasn't good for our souls, our spirits. So we were in the right, but because we're so hurt by having to leave, then we've created all of this shit for ourselves. And it's not shit. Like, every action we have taken has been correct, but we haven't allowed any of that active nature to come into us. We haven't opened our hearts. We haven't opened ourselves to something new. We are still totally caught up on the fact that, yeah, hear us roar, we did the right thing, but now 3 years later we're still spinning in the yuck. So, with that being said, this full moon is about marrying that divine feminine to the divine masculine, and it's about now stepping back from all this stuff we've been creating and stepping into receiving it. And we got so many reversed queens here. So, Spirit, I need my Virgos to have something positive here, because it has been a really, really tough time. And even though they're in the creation stages and they're the movers and shakers of the world, they're getting hit hard. So we got Jack of Coins, which again is this page. So we need to really focus on this page here. We need to start bringing a message of stability. We really need to create stability in our worlds. Virgo risings, you are moving into the 6th house, which you did take a super, super big hit over the last 3 years, but now it's about creating health. Like, you really do need to work on creating some health for yourself. You need to get exercising. You need to get eating properly. You need to get moving away from anything that insults your spirit. You need to put down a solid job. You need to put down like something, and when I say solid job, I mean something that you can tap into that creates that stability for you. We're making the world look like a different place, so whatever that stability is for you, that is what the focus should be. So I'm going to leave it there, because it's just going to tell me more of that, or tell me more of the negativity in our lives, because that is what we're focused on. And when I say is, I'm a Virgo sun, not a Virgo rising, so I've been working in the career field because I'm an Aries rising. But for you guys, it really is right now about getting into healthier habits. So this week, do yourself a favor and create one new healthy habit. All right, my Virgo rising.